I'm uncovering the secrets behind our favorite things and how they're actually made. From skateboards to Oreos, everything is about to be exposed, but first, let's start with Feastables. And this is where you get to see the how it's made.
Facility where they're dumped into this little vat. And what happens
what?
They separate the beans, so you can see this little thing on the inside called a nib. So you can see some of these machines here.
Oh
so
yeah, wait, is that look at that
the
brick.
cocoa is getting turned into dark chocolate at this
that's so big.
So it's just using
so this is
cocoa,
actually
the
back
cocoa
when
butter,
Feastables
and
first
sugar.
launched. They
It's
used to
mixing
have
it all
only
together,
dark
high
chocolate.
pressure,
Then they
turning
switched
it
over to
into
milk chocolate because a lot of people prefer that. I like dark chocolate. You know, it's a little bit healthier, but it doesn't taste as good as milk chocolate.
What did he say?
Okay, so here you can see some of the cocoa powder that.
Oh yeah, we can see some of the cocoa powder, man.
We're in the second facility, and so what's
they have two facilities where they're making this.
Milk and other ingredients, and it's becoming milk chocolate.
Yeah, see, now we're getting to the milk chocolate version of the Feastables bar.
That you can see is actually the Feastables Crunch Bar, and you can tell
that's
by those little
my favorite, by the way. I don't know if you have a favorite Feastables bar. Let me know in the comments. But the crunch, the quinoa crunch, and that is how you get your Feastables chocolate, huh? You are welcome. Wait, car screens? So I've always look at car screens. They're kind of like a tablet, right? But in screen form. Like there's so many moving parts. Okay, don't take that literally. I know it's a car. But with this alone, that's just the dashboard. And you know what's crazy too? My car, instead of the screen being like this, it's like this. I can't even watch TikTok in my car. Oh, okay, but what about ice cream? Not just any ice cream. Wait, these are like ice cream sticks. It's pomegranate ice cream. For a second, I thought it was like strawberry flavored. They were gonna dip it in chocolate or something, but they look like little pomegranates. Oh, why does it look so good? Surely there's gotta be a taste tester, and if they're ever hiring, I'm in. Oh, look at them. They're just scooping them, pushing them down the line. Oh, and then they get packaged? All right, tell me this doesn't look delicious. It would be so distracting to work at one of these factories, because I would just want to eat it all the time. Pomegranate, very underrated fruit. Even more underrated for ice cream. I don't think I've ever had pomegranate ice cream, but pistachio ice cream goes hard. Oh, Coca-Cola bottles. And okay, what is it with the phenomenon? Why do the glass Coke bottles taste better than the plastic Coke bottles or the canned Coke? Am I the only one? So we never get to know the secret ingredient. Literally, Coke's recipe is like the Krabby Patty from SpongeBob. They still somehow have secured the recipe, which is crazy because think about how long they've been making the soda for, and nobody's leaked the secret ingredients or been able to test that syrup. Oh. I know it's controversial, but I will say I would go for a Coke over a Pepsi. But you know what beats both of those? Is a Dr. Pepper. A Dr. Pepper hits so different. I don't know what it is. But the real question is, if you are from the South, Coke or Dr. Pepper? If you want to see the secret of how they make a yacht, stick around until the end. Wait, what is this? Little juice pouches? Wait, now I want these so bad. Oh, it's gotta be mango flavored. Mango flavored fruit devices are the best. Look at them just going this. Okay, we put in the food dye. Now it looks like carrot. Oh wait, maybe it's mixed. Maybe it's not only mango. Look at them spin these lids on, huh? That's a lot of fruit. And now I love how they're just taking a bath. Wait, why are they taking a bath? They're already in the package. I need to look this brand up. Brizo. These look fire, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Easily one of the best cereals. Because you know how sometimes you're in the mood for Reese's Puffs? Sometimes you might be in the mood for Frosted Flakes. You're never not in the mood for Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I mean, look at these. You're looking at pure joy and bliss on a conveyor belt that you get to then mix with milk, which by the way, milk goes first, then the cereal. That's just how it is. No! 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 And now we're cooking them. It literally just tiny little mini cinnamon rolls in the form of a square. Can you genuinely name a better cereal? They make the generic version of these at grocery stores. It never tastes the same. The Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavor is just so much better. My mom would always come home with those big old bags. She'd be like, look, I got Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's not Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It'd be like Toast Cinnamon Crunch or something like that.
Can you guess what this is?
I'm trying to think. It looks like candy. Is that Starburst? I think it might be the Starburst. Maybe it's not Starburst because they're folding them over. It looks like taffy though. Okay, maybe they're gonna show us. Oh, once they get the shape, lock in your guesses. I'm saying Starbursts. Wait a second, that is not candy. This whole time I thought this was candy. Is that a brush? What is it? Wait, is this a hairbrush? Dude, when you see silicone and food look so similar, you can't tell me that plastic doesn't sometimes look like candy. Please don't eat it. We got enough plastics in our body.
And at the heart of each
We're making baseballs?
something called the pill. The pill is smaller than a
It looks like fruit.
inches in circumference.
It literally looks like fruit. So this is the pill.
Is a sphere of cork.
Okay, now there's a lot going on in here. We're pouring the latex over them. So that's how they get kind of splattering it then. that's how we're getting like the little white shell on the outside? Wait, we're cooking the baseballs. I would have never thought we had to cook them.
Apply wool around the pill.
So is this where you get like the seam?
Yarn around it. This winding substantially fattens the pill.
Where do we get the baseball out of this?
Wind a second layer of wool.
Okay, dude, this looks like a yarn ball. This doesn't even look like a baseball.
Thickens the ball a little more.
We have the wool around.
They use another 3 ply.
Okay, I didn't know it would be this much to make a baseball.
Various layers of yarn are what give the baseball resistance.
Okay, then do they sand it down to get the baseball like smoothness? Or is there leather that goes over it?
To a spinning.
They gotta spin again. How many times these things gotta spin? Oh, see, now that kind of looks like a baseball, but without the stitching.
Hydraulic press. They punch out figure 8 shapes from.
Oh, okay, so this is like, it kind of looks like a shoe sole, doesn't it? And then it folds around the pills.
Cutouts to the center sticky surface.
They need 2 of them though?
It's an exact fit.
They do need 2. Wow, I feel really bad. Because I don't treat baseballs very well. I had no idea that this much time and effort went into them. Like they're actually like partially handmade, which is what's so impressive.
And up through the holes in the leather pieces to.
Oh, dude, that's gotta take forever. And this is just for one baseball? For one!
The 108 stitches in each ball. The balls.
See, that looks like a baseball.
Down the seam.
So it's basically a giant yarn ball on the inside. And then just leather on the outside. And then, they designed them. Hey, dude, did you think it took that much effort to make a baseball? I had no idea. Oh, guitars! Tell me the guitar doesn't look like a gourd. It's like a 2D little gourd right now. Oh wait, they're just spraying these big old bricks of wood. Okay, so like I know I'm ignorant. All my family is so musically talented, can play all these instruments and sing. I can't do any of that. How do we get what's the stem part, you know? Where you got the dingling. What? The strings. Okay, then we're painting it. Like it's actually so pretty, especially when they add the gloss in. And it's gotta be like the right materials too, otherwise how would they get like the beautiful sounds that come from it? And like think about it too, like the hole goes in, and then where does it come out of? And then we gotta add the strings too? I mean, that's a solid guitar. So much detail, so much of it still done by hand. People think AI taking our jobs, huh? No. I'd like to see AI try to make a guitar like that.
A worker unloads.
Oh, we finally get to see the secret sauce behind Oreos.
Next,
So we got the
he adds
cacao
2
powder.
kinds of cocoa.
Or cocoa, sorry.
Both types are processed beforehand to make them milder
Okay.
and smoother.
Okay.
The cocoa gives the Oreo cookies their signature look and
Well,
texture.
okay, so
Water
is that
is
technically
and
the
batter
signature
starts
look,
to look like
or
a
is it the
bubbling
cream? I
solid
feel like the
mixture.
cream is what makes the
Dry
Oreo
ice is
iconic.
added to
Whoa.
lower the mixture's temperature. This is
We add the dry
important
ice.
because when flour is added, the dough will turn out to be
Okay,
less
because yeah, we gotta get like the chocolate cookie,
if it was
you know, for like the
kept at room
wafer.
temperature. One final
But where do they
mix
make the
and
double stuff?
chocolate dough is ready to go. It also has the intricate
Ooh.
design and logo
so
engraved
pretty.
into a roller that presses it onto the
Okay, but where's the cream?
This machine churns out an impressive 5,000 cookies every hour.
5,000 cookies every hour.
85-meter long.
85 meter, huh? In
For
freedom
several
units, that's like
minutes
240
and
feet.
Even baking. The biscuits travel
They're
over
not,
ramps
did they just call,
designed
wait,
to
hold on,
make them-
pause the video. Biscuits? That's a cookie!
The biscuits
They're not
travel over
biscuits.
ramps designed
I
to
mean,
make
sorry,
them
like that, I
fall
mean-
into a certain orientation.
That just hit
One
real
side
deep.
lands plain side up,
Okay.
while the other one lands with
So
the
one
engraved
lays
side up.
heads up
This
and one's
puts them
tails
in
up.
the correct position for the all-important cream.
Yes, but what is the cream?
A cylindrical
They don't show, it's a
deposits the
secret.
vanilla filling onto the
No,
plain side
they
of the
don't
biscuit.
show the ingredients of the cream. This is
Then
also a
travel to
secret like
station where
Coca-Cola.
Machinery presses the top biscuit.
Oh, I said the B word again.
Once
Stop.
the cookies have been assembled.
Oh.
Mechanical
Okay, and you know what's even crazier about Oreos is they're not the original product. This right here is the original product that Oreo took and stole and now is worth
The entire
billions more.
Cookie making process takes about 90 minutes.
Have you ever had a Hydrox? Is it good? Where do I get one? Ravioli? Oh, please tell me this is real, not fake ravioli. Oh, it just looks so good. Look at how full they are. It's like a pouch of goodness. You know, it's like the savory version of Gushers made by the Italians. Oh. And like, you know what always hits? I don't know why, but spinach and cheese. Oh my, huge! Look at that! Bro, it looks like you got giant crabs in those bags. Tell me this is going to Costco. Sevrioli! Since 1960, they've been making crab bags. I'm buying those. Oh, gaming keyboard. I mean, this is something we use every single day. I mean, at least everybody's pretty much using a keyboard. Maybe not a gaming keyboard, but we're definitely using keyboards every day in the 21st century. Isn't that crazy too? Like how like the chips, like there's just like all these little tiny capacitors on them. Like it's just all like literally like redstone in real life. I mean, look at these things. Now, those are some big gaming keyboards. Those look like Razer. Are those not the Razer branded gaming keyboards? I swear they look the exact same. Okay, if this is a keyboard, are you using this number pad? No, unless you're an accountant, huh? You go with the 10 keyless.
Skateboard you stand on is made
Wait,
up
this is, okay, we can see the secret sauce behind the skateboards.
years.
Because they do have a very unique shape.
Fewer sheets and lesser quality woods. These high-end boards use a full 7 sheets of top quality maple.
Today I learned there's high-end skateboards and low-end skateboards. So I should not buy the Walmart skateboards.
One side is sanded smooth, and the other side gets a coat of glue.
So is that whole thing the board, or are they combining all these pieces of wood to make one board?
Both sides. Workers stack 35 sheets
35
sheets. Equivalent of 5 skateboard decks.
For 5. Wait, so 35 for 5. So 7 sheets per skateboard. Yo, they melt. They tell me it doesn't look like s'mores. I see the shape now, though. Like, that's got a little bit more like the skateboard shape with how it's being pressed. And now it's just a giant brick. Yeah, okay, so this is where we gotta drill this up. Because this is where you get to like add like the trunks on the bottom that hold like the wheels. Oh yeah, and then you carve them out. Oh, look at the handles on these too, eh? Again, more and more as we watch these, so much of it's actually handmade. You think they're just producing like a gigafactory, but it really doesn't do all the meticulous detail work. Like they're still doing it all by hand, just like with the baseballs, which makes me have so much more respect for the products. Oh yeah, and you see that look like a board. See, I need that board. Now, where do we paint it? Yeah, this is where we paint it, right? So I know too, like obviously skateboards have like the grip, otherwise you couldn't do an ollie. So where does the grip come in? Show me the grip. Oh, these are ungrip boards?
Yeah, because some places will, you do it yourself.
You put the grip on yourself. Like this is how crazy it could get with a skateboard. You have to put the grip on yourself. I mean, I don't know if I can change the tire on my car.
Then feed the deck through a machine that applies heat and slight pressure simultaneously.
Oh, that'd be wicked.
Heat, 200 degrees Celsius, induces a
oh my gosh. Okay, look at that. I mean, it's a beautiful board. And all that just for the wood frame. You still gotta get the trunks, the wheels, like everything else, and the grip. I promise you the yacht video is coming at the end.
Round copper heads press the sheet.
Wait, this is how we make ping pong balls?
While being
that
shaped,
is
hot
a
water
baby
is
ping pong
also
ball.
dripped onto the sheets to avoid cracks.
But what is it? Because ping pong balls are so light. Oh, it's 2 halves. Oh, we got the edge trimming. So they have these little edges on them. They got to get trimmed, and then it makes the other half. Oh, you can tell these are the good balls, huh? These are the good competitive balls.
Put in pairs into the copper.
Oh, and they hand put them together?
Has to be well spread.
And then they go back.
Once finished,
but that still kind of looks like Saturn. So they look like a planet right now. They come out looking like a regular ping pong ball.
The balls are distributed in these linen bags that are then brought into another hole.
Wait, they go into the laundry hamper?
Touch.
They didn't show how they get them perfectly, spherical.
The competition balls are then picked and have to undergo a second test.
Wait, we have a quality control for our
determined if the ball is going to make the mark. The ball is held along the seam to check its interior and exterior surface under the light
Whoa.
from the
Now
lamp.
this guy
Paying
is like
attention to
really
its
just
two tops
touching
at
them,
the
huh?
same time. The balls
I mean, I guess it's got to make sure they got like no dimples and stuff like that.
After another,
It's kind of like when I go to the doctor.
of a certain angle and length. If it deviates
get tested?
from the center line by more than
Wait, they even test if they go just straight or if they go left or right.
The balls are weighed accurately.
We know what that
on a
means.
scale And must fall in between the 2.6
Oh, so is this where we get the C now?
to 2.76 grams range.
No, we're
to
just
pass.
measuring them.
The last step is roundness.
Oh my gosh. Like, I think there is more quality control for ping pong balls than there are for my Oreo cookies.
4 millimeters.
How is this possible? Do you know how much more satisfying I would feel if I'm putting an Oreo cookie that's been inspected by 5 people's hands? Actually, a lot, surprisingly. Even the video has the steps. Like, they're not playing around with their balls.
Phrasing?
Smarties! Oh, dude, these are just classic. These are just classic. I haven't had one of these in so long. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a hard candy that can be like sweet and sour kind of at the same time. It's like a Pez if you've ever had one. Those are even more OG.
It's a little loud.
Oh, dude, she can leave me a whole vlog. I'm loving this. She a YouTuber.
Dry ingredients are fed into our tableting press.
Oh, it's so like,
Those tablets
so white.
are fed into buckets, which are
whole
dumped
room.
into these large bins where they're randomly
Ooh.
mixed. So
now
you
my
never
question
know
is,
which
you know how there's
colors
always so many different multicolored candies, but I think they're all the same flavor.
fed through onto conveyors,
Like,
which take
except for,
down
I would say,
wrapping
Skittles. The red Skittles always the best, and the yellow is terrible.
Is a wrapper.
It's a wrapper! Look at them Smarties!
Into the wrapping machine, where each tablet
Oh, and I think the
is
small ones
wrapped
fall through the holes.
line so that it can be formed and wrapped into a roll. The
And then you get the
rolls
Smartie roll.
the wrapping machines into buckets.
Tell me you've had these before.
Dump those
They're
buckets
so
into
good.
larger bins
And I just love them. They're so classic. You just like pull the tips off, and then all the Smarties come out.
Are hoisted up high so that the rolls can be gravity fed into the bagging machines. Our candy factory makes over 1 billion candy rolls.
How many billions? 1 billion Smarties per year. Oh, okay. Come on, you know the name of this brand. I'm gonna tell it to you. You know it's Chevy, but not just any Chevy. Is this a NASCAR car? Okay, if this is the beginning of a car, we're in an interesting spot. Oh, maybe this is like the passenger window. No, it's not. Oh, is this just the inside? Oh, yeah, because all the crazy sports cars have to be made with carbon fiber. It's just so light and so durable. This looks like it could be maybe the front of the car.
They insert a fitting and connect a vacuum, which sucks out both air
Oh.
and excess epoxy resin.
Oh, we vacuum it? And this is just for part of the NASCAR. I mean, if you've ever seen these things in action, they are hauling it. Oh, I don't know why. I always thought carbon fiber was like more metallic looking, but it kind of looked like a blanket. Oh, and then they gotta weld it? Dude, welding is crazy.
Once complete, the team transfers the roll cage to the main frame.
Oh, thank God they have this. The roll cage, because if you've seen the NASCAR, like sometimes these cars get off on the dirt and they just flip. I'm very thankful to know that they are actually using protection.
Once the car has been painted,
Oh.
they apply headlight decals.
Wait,
They're real ones.
wait, wait, they're not real?
Too much weight.
Wait a second. You know, that's a great point. NASCAR's always in the middle of the day. It's never at night.
It's taken 3 weeks of intensive work.
Dude, on TV? Oh, okay, dude, that's crazy. Like, I never, ever knew that. The headlights are not real. My child, next thing you're telling me that...
Gathering all the ingredients.
What is...
We return to the factory.
Wait, is this... Okay, I thought this was peanut butter, but it's Nutella. Oh, easily. It's so good. You know, it's hazelnut spread. It's everywhere in Europe. They did it right. Like, there's as many ketchup bottles as there are Nutella bottles, and that's a good sign. Who would have thought that, like, just hazelnuts and a lot of sugar would make such a delicious sauce? Less delicious looking at it from this angle.
Subsequently, one by one, all the essential ingredients.
Oh, they won't even tell us the ingredients yet, the essential ones.
Sugar, milk powder, and other secret ingredients.
We're not using powdered milk?
For a while. After mixing for a set period, we are presented with the highly beloved Nutella chocolate spread.
That doesn't even look like the Nutella.
Consistency is making me tempted to declare to
You know, who was this narrator, huh? Oh, somebody come get your mans.
ensuring that the flavors are perfectly preserved in the
Yeah, they are perfectly preserved in the jar. See, okay, that looks like Nutella, and it looks beautiful.
extremely satisfying process.
It's so satisfying until you look at the calories on the back, and then you realize you can't have nearly as much as you want. And they shouldn't put them in these big jars. That's the real problem. Or the buckets.
Buckets, which are
Who's buying a bucket of Nutella?
nozzles. Let's take a closer look.
Dude,
Hard not to be seen.
I didn't know these existed. I know McDonald's got rid of supersizing, but not Nutella.
Properly, preventing
I mean, they need 2 pipes to fill this thing. Buckets of Nutella. You learn something new every day.
The prepared
What is this? What? Okay, I don't think we're making food anymore.
calendaring rollers, which are typically
Wait, this is looking like the baseball project. Oh, we're making,
out of the rollers.
it's golf balls.
Once the sheets are
Well, how do you
filled,
get the,
next step
why
is
are we
to
using
cut
sheets?
Punch outs
That's a cork.
from the sheet material. Specialized cutting or punching machines are
Okay, now tell me this is not what you ever imagined for a process of a golf ball being created.
Here, a worker places the slugs into
The slugs, we're using slugs?
When the door closes, the bottom part of the mold presses.
Okay, so do any of these look like golf balls to you? Maybe these are like putt-putt balls
The new
because they're colored?
is also cooking.
Well, I guess you technically do have some colored golf
This is
balls,
done for a
now that I think about it.
15 minutes to
But these look like more like putt-putt balls.
the cover
Oh.
mixing of the golf ball
Oh, so you have to get the plastic cover on there again.
material can vary, but is commonly
See, the more and more that we watch balls be created, you realize that just like,
is heated.
it's so different on the inside than it is on the outside. You know?
called the top.
Like they're basically like cookies.
The core is placed inside one of the casing hemispheres. The
Oh,
interior
wow. Wait, that's
surface
like a
of
metal
resin
one.
is often treated with a special adhesive
Oh.
or primer to enhance the bonding process.
Oh.
The other hemisphere
Okay, we're enhancing the bonding process. We like this.
halves are
And now they bond.
pressure to
They
ensure.
spend a lot of quality time together.
The bonded core and casing are placed in a compression mold
Ah.
once again.
And you know what the sad thing is? All this effort goes into these beautiful balls so I can hit them in the pond.
The surface of the golf ball is then polished to ensure a smooth.
Oh, it's just
and
so much
consistent
for a
finish.
golf
the
ball.
balls are finally done.
Hey, you know what? This makes so much sense because they are expensive. A pack of 12 good balls running you like 40 bucks.
To make the base of the
Wait, is this gallium? This is
to 644 degrees.
This looks
and
like-
pour it into a bronze mold.
gallium. It's like superheated metal.
They immediately
Oh.
pour out the excess molten metal. What remains quickly solidifies.
What are we making here, boys?
Against the wall.
What are we making? What was the point of that?
Pressing an abrasive cloth against the surface.
Okay, we have a horn.
Many tool
Oh, are they
marks.
making? Oh, they're making a Grammy.
Before they connect the tone arm to the
They're
cap,
making
they brush on some flux.
a prize.
A chemical that makes the stationary solder flow.
Oh,
to
these
the
are high
tiny
quality.
gap between components.
Okay, you know what? Grammys, very cool. You know, I don't necessarily stand a chance at winning one of them, but I would love to know also how the YouTube plaques are made. Because are they made in the same process or are they made entirely differently?
Submerge this part of the trophy.
'Cause this looks solid.
Solution for a few
Like this looks like a solid process to get one of these.
Then in water.
Although I always kept confusing the Grammys with the Oscars. And I realized they're two different things.
It also makes gold appear brighter.
Oh wait, that's so pretty.
After the rinse, it's back into a tank for the final plate.
Wait, they actually go through a crazy process to get this.
To prepare the trophy's base for painting, they smooth
Oh,
the
yeah.
surface with a belt sander.
YouTube, I would like a tour of the YouTube plaque facility and how they're being made. Because if they ain't being made like the Grammys, I don't want it.
Epoxy primer, let it dry.
Like that is beautiful. That looks like, I'm pretty sure we got an iron ingot right here.
Once it dries, they can finish assembling the
That's so
trophy.
cool though. Now, every time you watch the Grammys and you see them come up on stage, hopefully not Billie Eilish, and then they hold it and they're like, look at this.
What do you got against Billie Eilish?
I don't like Billie Eilish. I'm just not into it.
Into the tone arm.
You know, it's fine. If you like the Billie Eilish, that's good for you. But next time you see somebody up on that stage with that Grammy, you're like, I know how these are made. I watched this guy who talks over the announcer.
Making this
Oh,
big-sized
wait.
yacht starts
The
with
moment you've been waiting for, how they make a yacht. I've always thought about that.
sprays a gel
Because is it like two
onto the
pieces?
entire inner surface of the mold.
No, it's just
This
one
paint
big
is
bowl.
transferred to the hull during molding. They layer fiberglass strips around a PVC
Oh.
foam core.
Because isn't it crazy to think about like how it works with boats? I'm pretty sure it's just like what keeps them buoyant or floating is like, you know, more mass.
Over the
And then it
materials
floats.
in The mold. The resin saturates the fiberglass strips
Now,
that
how do we get
surround the
this-
PVC foam core.
So what are this? Because this looks like it's water cooled.
Into a tight sandwich.
Tight sandwich.
More air and excess resin. The next
So once they finish all of this,
step,
which again, this is like just the base.
a crane lifts the newly molded hull out of the mold. The gel coat has adhered to it, giving it a glossy finish.
And look at how like narrow the middle point of it gets too. It's so narrow.
Like the hull, the crew makes the deck mainly from fiberglass. A worker cuts
Is this
out
what we're making the deck
strips in
with?
different
So we're
sizes.
swabbing a deck of fiberglass?
After arranging some of the fiberglass strips in the mold, a worker lays more fiberglass strips encapsulating the balsa wood.
Because you ever look at a boat, it looks like it's so like short, but actually like half of it literally is like underwater.
The crew also makes the roof structure
Oh, yeah.
the same way.
Yeah, that's where the captain goes.
Builder applies putty to the fiberglass to even out any
Oh, dude, if this guy misses one spot, it's sinking.
And after grinding the hardened putty smooth, they
What if
spray
you have a hole
emulsion
during this
compound
process?
on all
How do
the
you know
outside
that it doesn't have a hole before it goes in the water and then ends up like the Titanic?
Using a router, the crew cuts out holes for lights.
Oh, cuts out holes for lights. Again, you're talking about holes in a boat. That's not a good thing.
And now the big moment.
So it is two
After
pieces.
6 months of work, let the good
6 months of
times
work,
begin.
and then they connect the top and bottom part. Is that not crazy? Speaking of crazy, you can click either one of these videos to watch more How It's Made.